There are two subjects that come to mind when it comes to technology. The first one being cloning, and the second one being stem cell research. Let's talk about cloning. When it comes to cloning, there has been many technological advances, one of them being the most recent advancement and success, which is Dolly, the female domestic sheep. Dolly happens to be the first mammal to be cloned from an adult somatic cell through the process of nuclear transfer. The way that nuclear transfer works is that you remove a part of the DNA from an unfertilized egg. Later on, you can inject that DNA into a nucleus, and from then, the cell will start dividing and duplicating the DNA that you'd given it. Once it is divided and ready to go, you can inject that into a female mammal's uterus. It starts developing further into the prenatal environment. This can go hand in hand with stem cell research because according to the journals that I have looked through in terms of the Meriam's database, I've found out that apparently stem cells itself are considered a blank cell. These blank cells can then develop into numerous different functionality. They can become embryonic stem cells, tissue-specific cells, and cancer stem cells. The reason as to why I bring this up is because if you really think about it, I am in support of research regarding stem cells as well as cloning. The reason for this is because you can really think of the possibilities that can happen with stem cell research and cloning. Imagine the ability to cure cancer by just creating like a different cancer stem cell that can create an immunitive degenerative disease for cancer specifically. Think of all the people that we can make, like as scary as that sounds. In terms of making human beings, we can make the perfect human beings. And by perfect, it's kind of a broad term. It's mostly like you can create people that are smarter. You can handpick what they should and shouldn't have. You can create people that are genetically stronger or have the ability to be stronger. We can create human beings that can honestly change the way the world works. Now, a little warning for it would probably be the possibility of weaponization. Because if there's anything that I know about breakthroughs in science, it's that people tend to militarize it. So imagine we're able to create this perfect being, but imagine weaponizing that to create a being that's stronger and smarter and just overall this militarized weapon. Instead of sending people off to war, you create people. And then there comes the whole economic reasons for it and morality of the situation, where if you were to create a human being through stem cell research and cloning of said stem cells, are they considered human? Do they have rights? This sort of thing tends to pass over people's heads. On the one hand, we've created an amazing thing. We can clone human beings. We can end cancer. We can create new life. But at the same time, we tend to go over our heads. We're still human beings, and as such, we want to reach perfection. We tend to form God complexes. We think that we are unshakable, that there's nothing that can hold us down, that we can go above and beyond. And there's always that slight paranoia, the possibility of everything going against us, of our own creation going against us. In terms of having the ability to clone stem cells, specific stem cells, that can cure illnesses, that can cure diseases, ailments, cancer even, maybe even HIV, STDs, we can go a very long way with stem cell research. But of course, there's also the scientists that want to go above and beyond, create new life, become God. These sort of things have to be done very carefully. One mistake, and we can very well ruin the entire future the entire next generation. Things will be obscene, laws will be made in order to protect the people, and then there will be movements about what is people, what is human. So, in terms of creating for the betterment of humanity, I'm all for it. But it can also go against us. So that is both my support and warning for the future of cloning and stem cell research.